Well, howdy there, folks. James from Political Friar coming to you again. I'm wearing the LSE hat, so we're going to talk about international relations a little bit, and I'm here to bring you some good news. See, President Xi and Joe Biden met on the sidelines of the APEC summit today, and it went well. These sorts of things are well choreographed. They're negotiated. The diplomats have been putting this meeting into place and talking about what the messages will be coming out of it for months. And that it happened is stupendously good news. I know I like to do some doom and gloom on this channel from time to time, but if we're talking about the state of the world and things that can go truly pear shaped, the relationship between the United States and China is the one issue that should dominate and get all of our attention. The risk of a competition spiraling into a conflict there cannot be overstated. The harm that that would do to everyone on this planet is tremendous. And so when you have the institution of the CCP, which is headed by Xi Jinping, and the institution of the United States government, which is headed by Joe Biden, coming together and declaring that the globe is big enough for both of us, we should all rejoice. There is no percentage in having that conflict. The competition, oh, sure, that's fine. But an actual conflict would be disastrous. And so when both sides recognize that it's in neither of their interests to push things too far, despite using the competition for domestic political uh, credit, I guess, it's positive. And so I have to go back and think about how the relationship between the Soviet Union and the United States was managed really after the Cuban Missile Crisis and see that as something of a model. There were limits, there were norms, there were lines that neither side would cross and both sides understood. And within those limits, they competed. And it was an ideological competition, it was an economic competition, but it really, really wasn't a military competition, except for the numbers on a spreadsheet showing how militarily strong you were. And that is the model for how you ought to live with another country on the planet that just doesn't do things the same way you do. It turns out, though, that Xi Jinping is right. This world is more than big enough for the Chinese communist model and the American liberal model to bump into each other, to scrape against each other, to have loud shouting matches and disagreements, and never devolve into violence. Thank goodness that Xi Jinping is president of China, and he recognized that. And thank goodness that presidents of the United States have, every one of them, also recognized that. Let's keep it up, guys. Anyway, tell me how wrong I am in the comments down below. Leave a like for this video if you enjoy hearing good news about the US China relationship, and subscribe. You know, that subscribe is the biggest thing you can do for me because I want to make sure that I'm giving the content that y'all want to hear. Anyway, thanks.